Hello, my aliens. I hope there isn't spit on my face. For those who don't know what just happened in the beginning of this video, that was me abducting you. Yeah, because now you're on my alien spaceship and I'm your alien leader. My name is Mercy. And not like the French Mercy. No, I am not thanking you. You should be thanking me for abducting you because like it's fucking awesome up here. When I abduct you, I just talk about whatever I want to talk about for however long as I want to talk about. And this video, I kind of plan on making it a bit quick. Something has been on my mind. No twigs, but something has been on my mind. And it's the fact that like 4 years ago I was 18. Believe it or not, I'm past the age of 9 and I'm actually 22 years old. When I was 18, I was a lot of things. I was a freshman in college. I was a sole septum piercer user because I only had my septum piercing at the time because I took out my snake bites. I was someone that was into theater. I mean, I still am. But most importantly, as many people might remember me from when I was 18, I was a crash out. I was a crash out. I there's many definitions of crash out, but let me explain to you what a crash out is to me. Now, to me, a crash out is someone who is like they feel a negative emotion, they feel a sad emotion, and then baby, like they're throwing a tantrum, like they're parting the seas, like it's gone from emotion that was taken from like this to like here. And it's like, baby, how did we get here for something that's like here? I was the type of person that was like, if you did something wrong to me, I was gonna make everybody fucking hate you. I was gonna hate you. I was gonna stop fucking with all your fucking friends. All your friends ask me why I don't fuck with you. Oh, cause fuck you. I would go off on people and tell them things about themselves that I really felt about them. And that's one thing I'll give myself. At least a bitch would say that shit to your face. I was never the type of person to be like chatting behind your back, chatting behind your back. No, if I didn't like you, I would tell someone why I don't like you and guarantee within like the next 30 minutes to an hour, you were gonna hear that shit. You were gonna hear all the reasons why I don't fuck with you, so no one can say that, oh, well, Mercy said this about you, Mercy said that about you. Yeah, you know that I said that about you, because I told it to your face right after I told that person. So I'm sorry, a little bit is coming out of me. I feel like I was justified for a lot of the cases. There's also cases where it's like, okay, like this could have just been like resolved. I could have just like took the higher ground and like learn how to pick and choose my battles because like some people like it's just truly not worth it. But yeah, the reason why I was like that, I feel like growing up, I was always seen as like weird, believe it or not. People didn't think I was normie. People thought that I was a little strange. They thought my personality was a little kooky, a little clowny, a little interesting for the masses. And baby, I was not about to let them fucking sit there and bully me. No, I had to defend myself. So growing up, I just was super defensive over myself because I was in environments where people were like, "You're different than us," and I was like, "And who's gonna beat my ass? Cause I'm gonna beat yours." Like, and even at home, like if you grew up just black and like just different, I guess you know that like, when you go from like the quote unquote normal agenda, your black family's gonna look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, me personally, majority of my family was very accepting of me. The reason why I'm like this because majority of my family is very expressive of themselves. They're very much their own person. But there's always a couple of family members that would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you like that? I was not gonna let them just get past with that. I would defend myself. I would say something really mean about them so they know not to say anything really mean about me. So yeah, just that mixed with what was going on with the outside world, which I don't think people start calling me like weird until I reached about the age of 19. So imagine me from like the ages of like when I could talk, so like 4 to like 19, always having to defend myself. People always having something to say about me. People always feeling like they're justified and making a comment about my makeup, about the way I talk, about my interests, about the way I dress, and me having to constantly be like, and fuck you. Also, growing up, like as one does, I argue with the people in my household. It just happens when you just like a teenager and you have parents. Like it's not that unnormal to argue with your parents. I was someone who was not beat as a kid, so I would like throw tantrums and shit. I don't want to get too much into all of that because that's something that's like my business is someone else's business and I don't do it on the channel. But I was a tantrum thrower, so needless to say, when it comes to crashing out, I know no bounds. And I wouldn't say I have anger issues. I just have anger temperament issues. I don't get angry over little things. Like that's something that's so not me. But if I'm angry, oh, I'm gonna be angry at you for like a week and I'm gonna make your life hell for a week. Well, back in the day. Now we're 22. Now we're years ahead, and I've noticed as I've gone into the real world, the adult world, that shit don't get you really far. Like, no one gives a fuck that you threw a tantrum. No one really gives a fuck that you mad. Like, no one really fucking cares. And if they feel like they're right, and then you have other people who agree that they're right, no one's gonna fuck with you. Everyone's gonna look at you like you're the weird fucking crash out who needs to learn how to control their anger. Which valid, valid as fuck. Like, there's been times where it's like maybe I could have approached that differently. There have been times where, oh my gosh, there have been times where I've cursed people out like straight up like 8 in the morning. Like, I wake up and the first thing I do is go to you and I curse you the fuck out. It has been like I'm cursing bitches out in their pajamas while they making eggs type shit. Like, it has been like ridiculous. Do I feel like I was valid in those curse outs? Like I said, I don't just get angry over anything. So I do feel like I was valid in being upset, but the way I went about it, now that's different. So that's what I feel like is a crash out. Someone who just can't, when you feel that emotion, it's all about how you express that emotion. And me personally, I would express that emotion in like the way that would make you not even feel bad for me anymore. Cause it's like, well, bitch, like I get that you feel like that, but like you didn't have to go about it in that way. I'm also a retired crazy ex, bitch. I've been around the block. I've done all the crazy shit. But what does that mean for me currently? What does me being a retired crash out do to my everyday life as a 22-year-old adult, as someone who has like, really thought about it and processed it for like the last 4 years, I would say. Okay, maybe three, because I think the last time I like really crashed out on somebody, I was like 19 and like I was like hella 19. Like I hadn't just like turned 19. I was like 19 for like 7 months. Like I was 19 as fuck. So I feel like it's a weird thing. If you look at me, just like look at me in my face, you would be like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're so sweet. Oh, I want to pinch your cheeks. You have such big brown eyes. Like da da da. Like you're the cutie pie." And I am a cutie pie. I'm a really sweet person. I try my best to be really nice. But keyword on I try my best. I go out of my way every single day to be a nice, good, respectful person. I really do. But because of that, I come across as very kind. And I am very kind. I'm a very nice person. Like I said before, cross my T's, I dot my I's. Like, I'm about that shit. But people see your kindness and they will take your kindness for a weakness. And baby, that's something that has been interesting going into adulthood. The fact that, like, when I was 18 and 19, that I had people around me who knew, oh no, like, no. I had friends who knew, like, not to walk on eggshells around me, but like pick and choose your battles with me. Do you get what I'm saying? People knew what I brought to the table, and what I brought to the table was I'm gonna curse you the fuck out. I'm gonna make your life hell, and fuck all that shit. I don't give a fuck. But as an adult and I'm like removed from that, I don't have that energy just like soothing out of me because I'm a better person. I want like, goodness for myself and my friendships. A lot of people think I'm the one. And I'm not trying to make this video to come across as like scary, trying to come across as like my chest all pumped out and shit. It's interesting because I've had to like humble people many a times. A lot of people will see me, be like, oh, you're so sweet, you're so this, you're so that. And then they try to like poke the bear. They try to do little things where it's like, oh, you did that thing that was like really shady and really weird towards me. But you know what? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let you have that. Then you try to do something else that's a little low key. I didn't really understand that, but I'll go on my day. I might just stop hanging out with you a little bit less. I might remove myself. But when you do something that is like, you must think that I'm a someone that you can just like walk all over. You must think that I'm someone that it's like I just accept anything that's given to me. You must think that I am not defensive of myself. You clearly think that. And I'm going to show you that it's not. I'm going to show you what hazard is coming your way. So yes, as an adult, I've had to crash out on people. I've had to crash the fuck out on people. Now, in my defense, it has been way better than it was when I was younger. Because, like I said, when I was younger, I would make your life a hell. It would not just be me in one moment being like, "Fuck you." Oh no, it would be like a week long of me just like trying to torment you and make your life, you know, shitty. Valid? Question mark. I don't know. That's up to the peanut gallery. But as an adult, I get people who think they're this, think they're that, and I have to constantly be like, listen, like I don't give a fuck how many followers you have. I don't care how many friends you have. I don't care that you can get us into this club, get us into that club. I'm here to tell you that you can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself because I have never ever been that type of person to be a dick rider. I am not a follower. I am not here to, make sure that you're okay at the end of the day. X, Y, and Z. Oh, like, are you good? Oh, I don't know if I upset you. Da da da. If I upset you, let me know. And if I feel like that you're valid in being upset, then I'll say sorry. But if not, then I'm gonna curse you out. Cause what? Cause what? But anyways, let's move past that, okay? Let's talk about the ways that it has not benefited me. Now, the ways that being a crash out has not benefited me in my adulthood, I feel like before in the past, maybe when I was like 21, 20, that's literally like 2 years ago, but stay with me. Was like desperate for closure when it came to like romantic situations. So I would be the type of person like crash out a romantic situation because it's like, well, you didn't give me closure, and now I'm over here at your door. I'm over here texting you months later. I'm over here trying to set up arrangements. I'm over here cursing you out. Like I'm over here getting mad at you about stuff that it's like that ship been sailed. Like, why are you still upset about this? But because I don't have the sentence being like, oh, this is done, I'm not fucking with you anymore. I still feel somewhat entitled to know what's going on when it's like just take the hint. Like I am someone that it's like I dump a lot of my emotions on people at once. Well, I have been in the past. And when it comes to things like romantic relationships and closure, I kind of show my true colors in a sense. People don't really expect me to like come across as harsh or as, fuck you as I do when it comes to like, breakups and all that. But it's something that I just had to work on. And it's something that has really negatively affected me in a sense that, like, it makes me look like the person that cares too much. It's not fun being the crazy ex. Like, as much as it's hyped up in the media, like, haha, hee hee, funny, it's really not cute being the person that's like, this is over and you're still here. Like, why is this so hard to accept the party is over? Like, but I get it. Like, only I can understand why I do the things that I do, and only I can come in my defense on why I do the things that I do. And my defense is, mm, like I said, like you live and you learn. Like sometimes you just don't, you're just not there yet. Sometimes you're just not there on that journey yet. And trust me when I say I am now on that journey. And with being on that journey, I just had to learn how to be a nice person. I've had to learn how to be a very, understanding person, realizing that things aren't black and white is very hard. But if you're someone that's a crash out, I would really recommend. I've had to go to therapy over my anger. I've had to, I'm sorry, like I like me, like I feel like I just don't give like anger management issues. Like I don't, that's not like who I am, but it's like when it happens, it's like now I'm mad type shit. But yeah, if you do have issues with crashing out like me, like I have had in the past, because I don't crash out anymore. I don't. I do a secret third thing. It's not crashing out though. It's not crashing out though. It could be worse. It could be way worse. Yeah, I would just say work on being a kinder, nicer person, realizing what that reflects on you. Really think about why are you still at that party? Why is it so hard to set the party is over? Why do you want to make this person's life a living hell? Why do you want to waste all your energy sucking it out of this person? Because at the end of the day, this person did you dirty, according to you. So like, why keep going back for it? And I feel like I had this mentality that was like, if I don't go back for it and give you karma, then your karma ain't never gonna come. And I don't know. There's people who I've hated who have had really successful lives, or people I hate who have had boyfriends, who have had cars, who have had successful careers. They graduated early. They received this amount of money. They have this job, and it's like, oh, like, oh, like your life is still good even though you fucked me over 4 years ago. But part of life is learning how to let that all go. Let it all go, like dead ass. Like I'm serious. Your enemies are gonna win. That's the harsh, sad reality. Your enemies are going to win. Your enemies are also going to lose. Will you be seeing those losses now? Unless you're still in contact with your enemy or someone who's like still in contact with your enemy, then you will not know about them losses because people usually just post like their good times. People usually just talk about the things that are good in their life. So stop focusing on that person's life being hell and staying at hell forever because that's just not how life works. And focus on making your life better for yourself. Not better than the other person, but just better for you. And like I said, I just wanted this to be a quick little video. And I just kind of want to end it basically giving a PSA to everyone out there. Just because someone seems very kind, just because someone seems very, collected, cool, you might step on their toe once, you might step on their toe twice. don't think the third time you do it, they're not valid to go the fuck off on you. I am someone that will go the fuck off on you. I'm sorry. I've done it before. I've done it again. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next day. I'm going to go off on you. And that is valid on my own. And when I go off on people, it's very much like, oh, that's unexpected. Like, you're not used to seeing me like that. And it's like, you're not used to seeing me like that because I never had anything that had to bring that out. I am a very nice person. I try to be a very nice person, as I said before. And I don't think you should take someone's niceness and then take advantage of it just because they're nice. Because now when I crash the fuck out and when I go off on you or I say something that, was a little like, whoa, no, I'm the bad person. One thing about me, I am not someone that is going about to play victim. I do not play victim. Like, oh my God. The amount of times I've had someone do some shit to me and then other people watched it and they're like, whoa, and they see me react and they're like, whoa, like, whoa. And the person's like, yeah. And then they reacted like this. And now everyone's like, oh, like that poor person. I don't give a fuck. They gonna have to boo hoo you to death because I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna still be the big bad wolf. Like, I don't fucking care. Maybe I would have fought if I was like under the age of 18 because like I ain't trying to go to jail. But like, my first fight, you guys, my first fight ever was in middle school, specifically sixth grade. I had this one guy who I was friends with. His name is, let's call him Charcuterie Board, right? We're gonna call him Charcuterie Board, and we're gonna call his friend Gerard Way, right? So Charcuterie Board and Gerard Way are the two guys. Then I had a friend, her name, we're gonna call her Hello Kitty, right? Right. So I was friends with Charcuterie Board, really close friends with him because we were both really good at math in sixth grade. So of course, like the smart kids, sit together, we compare our grades, yada yada, yada, cute and cool, right? Right. So Charcuterie Board had a friend named Gerard Way. And I knew Gerard Way every now and then. I wasn't really too cool with the boys because I don't really fuck with the boys. I was never really cool with the boys, right? Right. So I didn't really fuck with Gerard Way with like that, but like I knew of him, right? Right. So I had this other friend who was a girl. Her name was Hello Kitty. Now she was very kooky, very much herself, but like kookier than me, to the point where like people would be like, "Whoa, like you're genuinely like strange." Like they thought I was weird, but they thought like she was genuinely like strange type shit. But she really wasn't. She was just a really nice girl who people just like really just picked on. Y'all knew that one person that everyone just decides to like make them the Meg Griffin and then just bully the fuck out of them, right? Right. She was that. So I remember one time she came up to me and then she was like, "Oh, Charcuterie Board is bullying me." And I said, "Wait, what?" She said, "Yeah, your friend Charcuterie Board has been bullying me, calling me this, saying this about me, yada 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 yada." Him and his friend Gerard Way. So I was like, "Oh, like let me go talk to Charcuterie Board, like genuinely like on some healthy communication shit at sixth grade. Like let me go discuss." I go and I talk to Charcuterie Board and I'm like, "Oh, I heard that you're making fun of Hello Kitty. Like what the fuck is up with that?" And Charcuterie Board was like, "Oh yeah, like well, I don't like what about it?" And I was like, "That's my friend. Like, don't do that type shit." And Charcuterie Board was like, "I don't give a fuck." And I was like, "You don't give a fuck?" And then the Charcuterie Board was like, "No." And I was like, "Well, if you don't give a fuck, then I'm gonna beat your ass." Like, genuinely, like, after school, we're gonna fight. Me, you, and Gerard Way. And he was like, "I'm not about to hit a girl, like, because I was a girl at the time." He was like, "I'm not about to hit you, like, yada 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 yada." He just laughing because he think I'm being, like, unserious as fuck. Like, I'm not about to hit him after school. And I'm like, "All right, bet." Like, okay, you think I'm joking. You're not gonna stop bullying her, and you're talking about you're not gonna hit no girl, you're not gonna get in a fight with me. Okay, let's see how that happens. So later in the day, school goes on. I asked Hello Kitty at the end of the day, "Hey, does your charcuterie board and Gerard Way still tease you, make fun of you?" She says yes. All I remember, my 11-year-old self going up to charcuterie board at dismissal and tapping him on the shoulder and being like, "I thought I said you gotta stop bullying Hello Kitty." And he just like laughed about it. And I swung on that nigga. I remember I just swung on him and straight up we fighting. Like straight up we fucking fighting, bitch. Cause I don't play that shit. What? We fighting. So I'm fighting him and then Gerard Way starts coming in and trying to get on me. And then Hello Kitty sees that shit, and I told Hello Kitty that I'm gonna beat his ass if he doesn't stop bullying her. So Hello Kitty sees Gerard Way trying to put his hands on me, and Hello Kitty comes, and now Hello Kitty fighting Gerard Way. I'm fighting Charcuterie Board. It's like it's a whole thing going on. Like it feels like one of the little anime fights. I genuinely felt like I was in fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, bitch. Like I was beating ass, and I. I don't have much memory else about it. All I remember it was like a fair fucking fight and me being like, damn, like men really do have more strength than me because I was getting like tossed. Like I remember he threw me in the fucking street when a car was passing by, and all I remember is the car stopping, like yelling at us, like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" driving away, me looking at him looking scared, and I just pounced. Like I literally just ran and jumped on him, y'all. Like, so I say that to say I've never been that bitch. Like I've never been that bitch who was like just gonna let shit happen and I'm just gonna sit there and watch it. Like, no. So I'm ending the video with that. I'm ending the video with being a retired cash out. It has its ups, it has its downs. At the end of the day, I don't want to go back to that time, but don't take people's kindness for a weakness. Don't be a crash out and accept the fact you're a crash out because you kind of look crazy. Learn to find a middle ground where it's like, yeah, I'm sweet, but like, don't fuck with me. And that's all I gotta really say. So I'm gonna let you guys off the spaceship, and I'll see you guys next week at Friday at 4 p.m. All right. Goodbye.